Coach Bennett, thank you so much for joining us. And I know I've been really excited about this, and by the amount of questions I've received, a lot of other people have as well. Our topic tonight is coaching basketball above the neck.
It's really an honor to be with you, and let's talk some basketball. My journey started with one of the smallest of high schools in Park Falls, Wisconsin. And in fact, they hired me before I had graduated from Ripon College. The athletic director was a good friend of the superintendent, the Ripon, with the superintendent of Park Falls, and they hired me. And you know what? I'm glad I went there as a head coach right away, because sometimes when you're not worried about what you don't know, you just go in and say, I'll do my best with what I do know. Then 4 years at Marinette, Wisconsin, that you know well. Then Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, won a number of the Wisconsin Valley Conference titles, went to state a couple of times, got both times to the Final Four and got beat by last second shots. From there, I went to UW-Eau Claire as an assistant, and we had some great teams there. And from there, I went to Rhinelander as an administrator, and then Stevens Point called. I had to go in and rebuild it a little bit. So we got in there and we got some recruiting done, and things started to pop. And that became, as it ends up, and we'll get into that, how we won the last two national titles.
Tell us what it was like to win back-to-back national championships with the Stevens Point Pointers.
And we had a lot of good moments there. We won a couple. We had a team. Before that, we got beat to go to the Final Four. This was like 3-4 years before Nick decided to come, and a kid named Jason Kelso that we might talk about. We got beat on a 35-footer to go to the Final Four by UW-Eau Claire. We had played them 4 times that year. The way we were able to make our way to the championships, to the Final Four, was really one of the most memorable times. We had to beat the first year Williams of Massachusetts, who was as talented as some low-level D1s. We won that game on a shot with 0.3 of a second left. Ran a play, Jason Kelso hit a turnaround jumper. The next year, it is tough to repeat. We really good teams, but we beat both teams at the Final Four badly. But the real championships game was when we had to play Texas Lutheran, I believe it was. And they had to come up to our place. Oh, were they good? And we were 6 down with about 3 minutes, came back to win that game. And I think that was strictly done, that we had. I've told you this before, Derek. I think winners, coaches especially, who can teach this, if they can teach, but I can tell these kids are coachable. They're just there to get better and to do whatever they could to make the team better. And I could also tell when it was going to be a bit of a challenge.
Tell us how you planned your practices. We're going to move on now to our Zoom topics. Coach Bennett is going to talk to us about his 5 criteria for greatness, and I'm going to pull that up. Coach, are you ready to move on to your next slide?
Yeah, that one would put a little time. I just will let you know, this was something I put together when I had to teach coaching basketball at UW Stevens Point.
Let me pull it up. And this is something now that is really in vogue, is simplifying.
Everybody talks about unselfishness on offense. Well, there's unselfish things that you need to do on defense too.